But I think Ross Lyon would have expected some sort of response, and he's just getting it temporarily.
Oh, Pearce kicks it straight into Taylor Walker, hands it up to Sloane, and that's against the flow, that goal. That hurts. Petrenko got down, got dirty. Dangerfield dangerous, but he gives it wide. Poor pleasure. Kick half smothered. Callanan in the pocket. Kickable by his standards. Oh, you bet it is. Amazing goal from the pocket. Oh.
Well, once again, there was an opportunity to centre, but always seems to go out the window, that rule, Shorey, if in fact you kick the goal.
I just love the way he goes about it, Ian Callanan. Mature age player coming to the club. He's fast, he's enterprising, and he's talented too at the same time. So well done.
He's been one of the stars, one of the big improvers again this year.
Well, Walker's deep here, boys. He's gonna have a one-on-one.
He might go up. He might take the big jump on Pearce.
No, didn't have to.
No, perfect mark. Pretty harsh penalty for the sling tackle that really didn't have a lot of malice in it. Not a lot of force in it either, but he missed 2 weeks. And he squeezed it in. Only just. Takes the mark. They are a crafty side, the Adelaide Crows.
Switch on here.
Oh, big switch.
Poor Pleasure could go up on Mundy, and Mundy thought about going up on him. Poor Pleasure first to bounce up and get the possession. Thompson tracks it down. Petrenko, some space to spin, turn, steady, goal. Simply superb. He had some good form for Glenelg. Sandlands can't mark. Sloane. Possible ball for Callanan. Possible ball for everyone bar right to Petrenko. Walker, another flick on from him to Tippett, and he manufactures another goal. He's doing everything right, and he got this one to right. He sits it up for Walker. It's a wide ball. McFarlane right with him. Douglas pounces on the crumb. Callanan short. Just the required 15.
Hurt his team, and he was the offender on that occasion. It goes back the other end, and we just saw great polish, as you said, Tony.
Well, Valentine's going to have a shot at goal one end. Now we go up the other in Adelaide do.
Already got one, Callanan.
Good finish.
Hit that, sweet. He's got 2, and the Adelaide Crows had their biggest lead of the game, 17 points.
Comes from it.
Right. Riley, slick hands. Van Berlo, past Petrenko. Sloane, good attack. Petrenko.
It's too good, Petrenko.
Now Walker, in time and space. They're a fantastic unit to watch when they're on, the Adelaide Crows. Biggest lead of the game, 23 points.
Main, Anthony's off the ground. Zach Clark hasn't had an influence at all. They need to start lifting for this club.
Walker gets his own crumb. Look away handball to right to Sloane. Kickable for him. He can boot a long ball. That is an absolute delight. That is pure magic from Rory Sloane.
Well, he's been off the chain all day. He's the one that is going to get off the hook. If you tag Dangerfield and you tag Thompson, well, somebody else is going to bob up and get you. At the moment, it's 2 out of the 3. Dangerfield's had 15, 9 of them contested, and Sloane has got 15, 9 of them contested, but he's also got 2 goals. And he just has to be played a lot closer than he is at the present time.
I was just watching that. Before he received that handball, I think it was Jesse Crichton got sucked to the contest.
Kind of their waterline. They need to keep their head above.
Well, Clancy Pearce, I think the runner's gone out to him. He's now closer to Rory Sloane than he has been all day. And the runner has gone out to Rory Sloane and said, you might as well have a rest.
Dangerfield will line up now.
And just fight it out. Fight the fight, not the, I guess, the battle, but fight out of this game here now.
Signed the long-term deal to stay at the Adelaide Crows during the week, Patrick Dangerfield, and he is one of the favourites for the Brownlow, having an outstanding year. Tries to hack it to half forward. Poor pleasure. Scything handball again. Callanan inboard. Douglas has the pass. Target just flicks it over the top. And Wright can go back and have the shot. Matthew Wright, amazingly, was the 6th best player in the AFL last year for tackles inside attacking 50. A no name to some, but very, very valuable to the Adelaide Crows. Both these teams coming off losses last week. Dangerfield inside 50 nicely, and
Too easy.
Jenkins takes the mark, 45 out.
Well, I watched Jack Anthony behind Dangerfield then. His rebound or trying to stop the flow on by running forward, allowed two players to run past him. I think his days as a senior player at this level are nearly gone. That was like something you'd see in a Metropolitan game. Just not good enough.
Adelaide have played 14 goalless minutes in this third term. Stop Fremantle's run. Jenkins pushes it slightly, but it's there. Silence tells the story at Patterson Stadium.
It's just kick it long down the line, try and get a boundary throw in, knock it out of bounds.
Paul Pleasure might jump. He does. He was protected, and he made it his.
I know Ross Lyon hasn't got a lot of hair left, but that kills you, Jared, that kick out of defence like that with no contest.
Well, he's still alive, but only just. And poor Pleasure, that was Back to the Future, Dwayne, seeing him go forward and playing as that medium-sized full forward.
Yeah, that was him 2010 style. Just the one game in 2011, Jason Paul Pleasure. He's been back in form this year.
Interesting choice of kicks here, going back to the drop punt. A lot of blokes that go the boomerang, but he doesn't need to.
Adelaide Crows get one against the flow. Hacked clear by Shaw, but it might be coming back.
They're just not running anywhere near as hard as the Dockers at this stage. They've got to try something a little bit different. I think Jacko
Smother
might be right and get John Cock into the middle, who's got fresh legs.
Petrenko's got to go alone here. He's 1 on 3, and the boundary line is a win, and that cannot possibly pay deliberate.
I thought that umpire was going to play deliberate then, Dwayne, when you said that. It came off the side of his boot. Great smother, though.
80 plays 81. From the flick down, Sloan from 45.
Brilliant.
That'll break a few hearts. Adelaide back in front. Another clearance to Adelaide, the #1 clearance team in the comp, to Walker from Paul Pleasure. Right off hands. Petrenko, no one's in the square. He realises that now.
John Cock's free.
John Cock in the pocket, got it. 31,392 here on the edge of their seats for this. The sub, the fresh man on.
It's a good kick.
Cool head. Slots a blinder.
They've got a target deep.
Pay the mark. Walker up, got it. You heard the umpire's call. The players reacted, and Walker was first to react. The boos come. That's what he has ahead of him, and he's automatic from there. It's a 3-goal lead. Vince. Seconds continue to tick.
The beauty for the Crows is that they've got the big marking targets.
Walker, one of them, couldn't mark that. Hits the deck and Hill gets there. He tried to run away and then he dropped it as he was tackled. Van Berlo hands it over to Wright from 45. Oh, that's big time. Baby, is that big.
That's why Wright is a player that continues to impress. He was away there, Stephen Hill. This was the beginnings of a potential match-lifting goal. And yet he just dragged him down. He must have extraordinary speed because Hill has got it. And then he bobbed up. Geez, the recovery and the agility was fantastic. Have a look at him, just straight up, bang. He wants that goal, and he gets that goal. Pressure goal.
Well, that was a good time to be taking one. 5 minutes left on the clock. Walker. Just as good a time to be taking one for Taylor Walker.
But Rory Sloane's game today may not be the equivalent of 13, but he's had 10 possessions in this last quarter out of 60 possessions. Every 6th possession for the Crows has been the bloke with the blonde hair.
And Walker brings that back with perfection. The Adelaide Crows, killer elite, have put the sword through Fremantle. Mazungu couldn't take the mark. Paul Pleasure gathers on the siren. The Adelaide Crows stood up when it counted. 8 wins and 2 losses heading into the bye for Brenton Sanderson. The Adelaide Crows 17-9, 111 to 12-10, 82. An amazing game in some respects, but in the end, the best team won.